Tonight on Insanity Check, Alex dances in a garden, Nathan squat kicks as an elf, and Ben gets debated.
Hi guys, welcome back to Insanity Check, the little corner of the internet where I have a newfound respect for the salt guy from episode 8 of Star Wars. I saw that and I was like, oof, that's a bit of me. Anyway, we have a lovely cast of people with us today, all male. Lot of testosterone going around today. Don't know if I appreciate it, but we have the beautiful Nathan.
Hello there.
We have a long time, not really long time, but he's been here once or twice. And Michael, how you doing, Michael?
I'm alright, thank you.
Oh, you sound lovely today. Oh. And we have a new person with us today. We have Finn. Hello, Finn.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Oh, wow. That was some enthusiasm. The rest of us are dead inside. That was great. You know what?
I'm up for this.
He's up for it. Right, so today, guys, we are going to be talking about, I don't know what we're going to call it, but like the day in the life of a male. Guy chat, what it's like being a guy, just the ins and outs, the secrets, the things that no one really talks about when it comes to guys. We're all supposed to be these hench individuals.
I think before we start talking about a topic, I think we should probably put just a disclaimer here, because I feel like at the minute it's kind of a difficult topic to talk about without sort of interpreting stuff as not how you mean it. I feel like before we start discussing what we're going to be discussing, even though we're not really going to be viewing anything as harshly, but even so, people like to take things the wrong way. But we're just generally having a bit of a chat with the lads, aren't we?
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Because it's very difficult, especially because I think with this channel we're trying to keep it pretty neutral. I think.
No really harsh or any too left wing, too right wing, as people say, views. Try to keep it lighthearted. So if you're watching this, don't take offense to what we say.
Yeah, I can already hear people in the comments just clacking away, But I mean, we did a girl chat episode. It's only fair that we do a guy chat episode.
Exactly.
Even it out a bit. Guys. Equality.
2021. Talk about men. Right. Yeah. So first of all, our first question. So, do you think guys can truly be themselves in today's society, or is it that society itself and how society has developed and the things that are happening have changed how we look at ourselves and how people look at us? So do you think you can be a safe human being or a safe version of who you are?
I mean,
you know what you really want. I mean, just you put up barriers for yourself, really, in this day and age.
I mean, do you actually put barriers for yourself, or do you put barriers because you don't want people to judge you?
Yeah, you condition yourself to what society presumes as norm.
I mean,
societal norms is a very big thing. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, it is. But however, then you've got the big question of: is it society that shapes you, or is society the thing put in?
Or you that shapes society?
Yeah, because
we are 100% not shaping society.
I didn't.
Let's be real.
Whoever chooses the latter is just bullshitting.
I didn't.
Conform to society.
Society is like 5 people making decisions and then everyone else following because they're sheep.
I mean, I didn't really mean it. I didn't.
The media. The media plays a very big part.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
whatever the most now person says now is cool, that's what's cool.
Yeah.
For the next 6 months, and that's it.
I think
no one else can say anything.
A big problem with the media is they're extremely biased, and as long as you have money and power, you can completely persuade their outlook on things. And even if you don't have money and power, or if you do, they just twist what you say. It's a difficult road, But I mean, I wouldn't say that society stops me from being the person I am, but I don't think I can speak for everyone because I don't really give a shit about what society thinks about me personally. Like, I don't really care. You don't actually know me, you know? Like, if it's a close personal friend and they're like, Nathan, what the fuck are you wearing? You know, that's fair enough. I'll take that into mind. But if it's just like, if society says, you can't wear that because it's out of fashion, I don't care. I would own a Lightning McQueen bed if I could. And I stand by that.
I support that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with that. But I gotta say, like, with society, I believe to separate, you kind of have to separate yourself, and society definitely promotes an image, and like, they put out something that they want others to abide by, almost, and many people fall into the category that they follow what the media put out, and I suppose you're always in control in how you respond to something, so you are responsible for your actions, regardless of what the media puts out. But it can, obviously, what the media does put out can have its toll on you, and even unconsciously you can, be molded by it. So I suppose
definitely, it's very true. The world does mold us.
Yeah, most people are affected by the media, society, in some way, shape or form, whether they know it or not. But one way to deal with that, I suppose, is distance. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Do you mean distancing yourself from social media?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, definitely. Sorry, you go.
Yes. Yeah,
I mean, let's be honest. You can distance yourself from social media, but you can't distance yourself from people. So even if you
I'll fucking do it anyway.
Become a hermit.
if you remove one aspect of your life, I mean, everyone around you is gonna as you say, if it's a trend, then everyone's gonna have some sort of. So let's say the bum bags, right? So they weren't really a big thing, Let's say I think it was a good 2 years. So everyone make fun of bum bags, or go around your waist for people to put money in. Also, the summer kit rolled around, people were wearing it around your straps. If you didn't have social media, you could saw every single person having some form of bum bag across their chest.
Oh gosh.
Let alone you not having the Snapchat, Instagram, whatnot. You see your neighbors having some, so you thought, I want to jump onto that. So eventually you just thought, yeah, why not? So I think.
Although, I agree with that. I do agree with that. However, I do think social media may not directly mold what you do, but even social media can mold society as a whole. You go back to the most popular people at that time, they can very easily mold what society thinks on social media. I think social media could be quite a toxic platform by those standards.
Isn't it absolutely crazy to you guys? It's crazy to me, at least, that society wants you to be an individual. That's what they've been trying to push these days. Everyone be themselves, everyone be their own person, all kinds of movements going around for everyone to be themselves. Yeah, if you try and be yourself in public, you get absolutely shunned by it for it. Even if it's just weird stares on the street.
It's cancel culture.
I mean,
that's a real thing.
I mean,
I think cancel culture has its perks at times.
No.
It does, but it for sure needs it needs boundaries for sure.
Right.
But let's be honest, I unfollowed David Dobrik the other day.
I mean, I never really liked him in the first place. He's just another cringy blogger, so
I mean, fair enough. You'd be subjective in how you think about it.
Yeah. Of course.
Not cancel culture, but I unfollowed him the other day because I bet you've heard what's come out, haven't you?
No,
I haven't actually.
Oh well, Mr. Dobrik is allegedly a bit of a underage sex kind of boy.
Oh.
And a bit of great money comes great allegations.
And a bit of a let's get these girls drunk then
Oh,
sex or boy.
okay, yeah, no.
Ah, yeah, that's bad.
But to be fair, these allegations actually have some sort of weighting apparently, because they've been over a couple years. So
Oof.
See,
Yeah, that's good cancel
yeah,
culture.
but the thing with cancel culture is it's a very two-way street. Like, I mean, I know one example off the top of my head. A couple years ago, there was this guy that went. He was in America. I think it was a Chick-fil-A. I don't know because I don't know the different American restaurants. There are thousands of them.
Remember when people would kill for Chick-fil-A? There
I
was,
know.
Like, a special edition Chick-fil-A
But-
came out.
Anyway, this guy went to Chick-fil-A, and I think he did something like he bought an order and then complained that they did the order wrong, even though they didn't, as a quote-unquote prank. And cancel culture decided to swing into the rescue, completely ruin the guy's life. He got fired out of his job, didn't get back into a job for a good solid 5 years because it stayed on his permanent record that he did that. And it's like, is that really...
but like,
That's
what? Like,
That's a
what
bit
did you,
over the top, I think.
That
But, like-
it happened. It happened, and he wasn't able to get back into a job for a while because because everyone was posting on social media about this guy. No one wanted to hire him because he had done this. I don't actually know. I think he had just done a quote unquote. You know, when people do a prank, it's not really a prank. It's just being a dick. He had essentially
yeah,
just done
he's
that.
being
Believe everyone should
being
be
a
forgiven.
dick.
Yeah, but
He's
nevertheless,
being a
that doesn't warrant him not being able to be employed. That's the problem
Yeah,
with
I
cancel
believe-
culture.
Society should, and people as a whole, you should be given a second chance.
Yeah,
Or especially if it's not something so serious,
yeah,
there should always be a second chance awarded.
yeah.
And one mistake isn't the end of you. And cancel culture, they don't agree with that. They enhance the fact that if you make a mistake, that mistake could be, you know, fatal, essentially, like tragic. It could have serious effects on you.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
So, going back to the question, is there anything that you guys have done, enjoyed, or just normally just liked doing that was previously seen as uncool or very weird, but is now cool in today's society?
Right. I'm
Should I
gonna.
start?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll tell
sure.
you what. You start. You start. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, I'll go with this. This is something I did recently. So running. I've set up a running account. I'm not trying to plug anything here, but
Feel free. Feel
yeah.
free. We'll
This is
put
what
a
you
link
get.
in the description or something.
Oh, okay.
Link
If you're
in the
gonna say
description.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. At Steal Out Running. There we go.
Oh.
Oh, plug.
Shameless
No,
plug.
the point of it is running was never, from what I know, and growing up, it wouldn't be seen as, you know, a cool thing to do or anything like that. And I only started taking it up quite recently, past 2 years. But since lockdown, and I believe maybe what you guys are going to say, lockdown may have had this effect on your thing, but now that lockdown has happened, and obviously exercise is kind of the main thing that is done or was done for quite a long period of time because it's all you could do.
Yeah. People are
These
using it to,
running
like, cope with
accounts-
stuff.
Yeah, these running accounts, I believe, has become more popular, and it's just, you know, that's the way that people share things. So I guess by me doing running, it would have previously been seen as, you know, not popular. It's a niche, whereas now it's definitely coming more to the forefront and becoming a bit more mainstream that people have these sorts of accounts. So I guess I've fallen into the category of having an account, but in my opinion, I'd say that I've chosen it out of just, you know, I wanted to do this regardless of everyone else. But I would also say, yeah, I've moved in the same way that society has.
Yeah.
So, do you think that's a good thing, or is it a bad thing that it's now popular?
I'd say it's a good thing. This is strongly a bit biased because of my interest, but I enjoy running, exercising, and all of that stuff. And I believe if you can socialize with that and share it, it is a good thing. But then at the same time, you don't need to run to please others. It should always be for yourself.
Awesome. Great life.
It's a great
quotes and
takeaway.
stuff.
That is.
Mike,
Yeah.
what about you, Michael?
Me,
Yes. Anything?
Anything niche that was before that I used to do. You know what? Not particularly.
No, all right, Nathan.
Well, it's not really something I did recently, but it gave me a good insight into sort of how judgy society can be. And in all fairness, right? Okay, I'll sort of explain it, right? So I think it was 2 years ago now, because it was summer after we graduated. That's such a weird word. We finished
We're sounding more
GCSEs.
American, but
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? We finished GCSEs, and it was that summer, and I did NCS. I was doing a fundraiser for NCS.
Not NCS.
And,
I'm a fan.
And I had to, so
That's
we
still
decided that
mockable.
what we were gonna do in order to raise money, I was gonna cross-dress in a skirt, and I think it was some kind of crop top. Now, admittedly,
coming up on the screen right
yeah,
now. Picture
picture
of me.
coming up. Admittedly, it wasn't pulled off amazingly, but even so, right? So I walked into town to get a McDonald's with my girlfriend, at the time, right? And I got so many dirty looks. Oh my god! I felt like people were staring daggers at me. Now, I don't know what it is actually like if you like cross-dress or if you're trans and you go out like that, and I don't know if it's the same, but I felt so uncomfortable. And considering I was doing something that was like, you know, I'm not really, I mean, yeah, I guess it's unusual. Like, fair enough. But the looks I was getting, it looked like people wanted to shoot me. It was
I mean,
like,
Yeah,
in
I
all
like
fairness, you're walking around in Orpington too, so let's be honest.
I mean, it was
Yeah,
Bromley.
Orpington's probably, or Bromley, yeah, I don't know.
I think if it was Orpington, I probably would have got shanked.
Probably you would have got shanked.
Yeah, I believe we're
Let's
moving to a time though where that niche of, you know, whether you're doing drag or cross-dressing, it is becoming slowly more accepted. I'd
Yeah.
like to think that.
Yeah, so would
Obviously, I
I.
don't know. And
I just feel like
people
it's
you
not
know.
it's not quick enough.
But-
I feel like this should have been fine years
Yeah.
ago, but it's only recently now that people are advocating for like equal rights for like, you know, black people, women, the trans movement is like huge now
Yeah.
for the past year or two.
I
So
f-
now because that's happening, people have to accept other people's differences. Not because they want to per se, but they have to, or else they will be shunned by society.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's true.
I think my main issue with it was the fact that, you know, we are in a time where you can pretty much wear whatever you want. Like, you know, if you're a girl and you want to go around wearing a blazer and a suit, you can do that. And that's facilitated to you. But if you go around in a skirt as a guy, you get stared at. Like,
yeah, there's no real
there's
acceptance
not-
for that.
There's limitations.
there's limit-
from society.
I
that
mean,
have been
even thinking
laid
back,
out.
thinking back to school, right? Like, if you were a girl, you could come in trousers and a blazer. If you were a guy, you couldn't wear a skirt. That wasn't generally something you could do.
I'm pretty sure you
Is it-
could wear a skirt,
Can you? Could
but no one wore a skirt.
I've
I think they changed the
never.
rules.
I think they
They
must have
changed it.
changed them since we left. But I'm pretty sure since when we were there, that was the rules. If they've changed it, good for them. Because that's one of my main issues. But you know,
Yeah, I believe if you do it for one gender, you should do it for the other.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
believe men, they are overlooked in fashion senses a lot, I believe. When it comes to, you know, changing stuff to do with appearance, it's normally women that are initially, the laws are changed for them and then men follow.
yeah,
Very
But to
true.
be honest, let's
But I
be
s- I
honest.
suppose that's how.
If you, I think, as this is not really controversial or anything, but then seeing a more wearing a suit for a woman it empowers you, but wearing a skirt for a man feminizes you, and society sees being a femininity as a sort of
They see it as a weakness.
Yeah.
weakness as such. That's the whole thing behind it. It's just normalizing the fact that clothes are just clothes on their own. That it's
Yeah,
what you wear. It's what you
Clothes
use
are
to
a way
cover
of
up.
expressing yourself. It's,
Exactly.
That's what they
I
are.
mean, it's whatever way you want to do it. The clothes are just clothes. It's a piece of fabric, and it surely shouldn't define how you were perceived or seen or
Exactly.
treated.
I love
or
this.
what.
I love
Yeah.
all this. I love all this self-empowerment, all this self-talk about let's just be ourselves. It's great because I don't think guys are able to really truly be themselves and do the things that they like.
Yeah.
So, for you
Yeah.
guys, what is your favorite part about being a guy?
Ah, so many things.
My favorite thing, it's not really the same thing, but my favorite thing about being a black guy is that I'll just be walking down, especially during the pandemic, I'll just be walking down the street minding my own business and people just displace around me. Especially when I don't want to talk to people, they just displace, whether that they're scared of me or they just want to, keep their own space.
Is that a good thing?
No, shut up, Michael. They are scared.
Is that a good thing?
No, especially no. It's good on the days that I
Right,
just don't
yeah.
want to do social interactions, and people just, or like I don't want to move. Like
Yeah.
I'm just walking, and people just move around me. I love that. It's like my favorite thing.
I mean,
It's really weird, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, I believe that's a combined of
It's,
well,
it's a
yeah.
combined thing. It's a
being
combined-
black and also a man. It is. It's an image almost created by white people as well, though.
I really,
As to why they're scared, because they see
Yeah,
black people as
it's like-
intimidating. It's
Yeah, I'm turning a very bad thing into a
I
nice
don't,
thing.
yeah,
yeah. But-
yeah.
but the fact that the bad thing exists is
Yeah.
not good, guys.
Yeah, the bad thing
But-
isn't
but
a
the
good
way in which
thing.
you react, the way in you like how you respond to it, yeah, big up that.
I mean,
I
as
love
long
that.
as long as you can look at the bad things and look at them as good things, they're not bad to you. So as long as it's not a bad thing to you, that's one person at a time. Eventually, a bad thing becomes a good thing.
Yeah,
In,
flashback to earlier. No, I can't remember what we were saying. Someone. help me.
I have no clue.
Flashback
Anyway,
to
come on,
earlier.
guys.
Yeah,
Favorite thing about being a guy.
I think there are quite a few things. I think one of them has to be being able to take my shirt off when it gets too hot, and not having to wear a bra, not having a period. Like, I respect women on a completely different level for giving
periods are
birth
awful.
and
Oh,
having
gosh.
periods. Like, I could not imagine the pain you had to go through. But thank God I don't have to deal with them, because like I don't think I could. Like, respect to
Haven't got the
women.
mental fortitude.
Respect to women for
Yeah.
actually dealing with it, because I don't actually think I
To be
could.
honest. Yeah, neither. I had one cramp in biology once in year 10. I had to lay down on the floor.
Raw. I had one stomach pain for like 2 days. I was dying. I just couldn't do
Do you
it.
remember that though? In biology, I had literally laid on the floor. At the
Yeah,
back,
I
had such
remember
bad
that.
You know,
stomach cramps.
another perk of being a guy, having like 17 pockets on your
Oh
trousers.
my gosh.
Oh,
'Cause-
yeah.
Guy clothing, it may be limited, but
Yeah.
when they do it right, you have like 12 pockets. It is great.
Yeah.
Like so
Sleeve
so many.
pockets are my fave. That's what I
Yeah. They're so good. You just put little trinkets, you put like stuff in it. Females don't get that.
No,
They
Yeah.
advocate for pockets.
And I think
It is-
another thing with female and male clothing is that men can fit into more female clothing than females can fit into men's clothing. Because, for example, with trousers.
Are you sure about
No, hear me out here. Hear me out
I
here.
think-
Because
I
with
haven't done
trousers,
that. The opposite.
with trousers, there's quite a lot of crotch space for men for obvious reasons, and women don't have that. And
A
for
crotch.
yeah,
Eh?
you know what
Okay.
a crotch is, right?
I know what crotch is.
So
Let's keep going.
men,
So when's
for
the
example,
last time you tried women's trousers on, Nathan?
I do own pairs of right. Okay, right.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no,
The
right.
cross-dressing is becoming.
It's making sense.
it has
Right.
implemented?
I am extremely lanky and extremely skinny on my legs and on my waist, which means I do not fit into the smallest size adult jeans I can find. It doesn't
your
matter
kids'
if they're skin tight, kids' jeans are too short, women's
That's-
jeans,
That's rip.
Right.
That's a
Wi-
rip. That's a fat rip.
women's jeans have the
men's
perfect length.
Clothing is sometimes
Men's
not
clothing.
accurate.
This is a problem. This is a problem, right?
No,
Male
don't be idiot.
fashion designers make clothes that actually fit skinny men. We're not all
They-
built
men.
like a fucking
They
truck.
build them- They build them for like really hench people who are short.
I know. It's
Yeah,
like
It's
they
really annoying.
they-
Okay, whoa,
they build them
whoa,
for people
whoa,
with
No,
the
Michael,
slightest.
Really
it's true.
targeted.
we're all different heights here. It should be
We're
pointed
all
out.
Right.
different heights. We're all
I
different
think-
heights, different weights.
I think-
I have an announcement. I have an announcement.
Yeah.
I reached 5'6". Hey!
Hey! He did it! He did it!
Okay.
Nearly at
He's
6
average
foot.
height now.
Nearly at 6 foot. He's getting there. He's getting
He's
there.
getting there. He's getting there.
Put some respect on my name. Hey.
Oh, but
5'6",
yeah.
5'6". I'm coming for you, people.
Well, Michael, what about you then? You're making such a great, announcement here. What's your favorite thing about being a guy?
My favorite thing about being a male, honestly, I don't know.
You really got a lot of opinions, do you?
Being able to pee standing
Me?
up.
Oh my gosh, being able to pee standing up. is
Throw
the
that
best
out
thing.
there.
I
When you're
mean-
in a
I
public
mean, I won't
area.
lie.
In the
When you
woods,
do that-
in the bathroom, in a public space. You know, you. Oh, it's
You don't have
just.
to crouch.
And
Oh,
then I know. Oh, it's such a perk. I'm just spitballing here at this point.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Actually, I do like being a male.
Why?
Having a larger, having a quicker metabolism. I
Yeah.
so
Is
much.
that proven science?
Yeah, no, it
It's
is
proven.
because
No, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's proven.
we have a higher calorie intake, don't we?
Yeah,
like-
something about
Yeah.
genetics
We
and
have-
like fighting for long periods of time when we were Stone Age,
We-
running long
yeah.
distances for food, higher metabolism.
And we build up. Don't we build
Yeah.
up more muscle mass quickly? Is
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that?
that's testosterone.
Yeah, that's just testosterone.
I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Not much of us in this group is carrying much muscle, but
Nah.
I'll take the high
You know,
metabolism.
Nah. Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. We will
You
hand
know-
wrestle. We will arm wrestle, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Alex, I'm
I'm
pretty
not- I'm
sure.
not-
I'm
not-
pretty
I'm
sure.
advocating for myself.
I'm
I'm
pretty.
just saying, most of us don't. Let's be honest. Our arms are skinnier than most of us.
I'm
Our
pretty sure,
arms are
Alex.
Skinny.
I'm pretty sure we've arm wrestled before, and we were pretty even.
Arm wrestle competition video.
You know,
maybe?
no, I'm saying right now, I play
Cap,
Beat
cap,
Saber on Extreme Plus,
Finn,
and I
what's your favorite
burn
thing about being a
100
guy?
calories.
Cavalry, we're moving on. We're moving on.
Okay. Right, my favorite thing about being a guy has got to be just, I believe, well, one thing is PE.
Oh
For
yeah,
men,
yeah.
I believe, well, okay, there's pros and cons to this because if you enjoy sport, PE is good. If you enjoy sport, PE is good when you're a boy. If you
Yeah.
don't, it's tough. But I believe females, they don't. There's a large percentage that maybe don't enjoy sport.
Oh, there were so in PE in secondary though. You had so many girls. You'd be playing dodgeball, and you'd be absolutely sweating it
You'd
out.
just
You'd
stand
be-
there.
Yeah, I feel like
Nathan's
they'd
really
be
into
a-
this.
You'd be
They'd
try
be a bit
harding.
abused.
And
They'd
then-
be a bit abused, to be honest.
Yeah, they'd
and I
stand-
believe
Who
the-
hit a girl?
The
in
strength of
PE?
them.
Probably me.
Nathan,
I would do that. I would do
Nathan.
that. That's a thing I
No,
would do.
don't you remember
It's
there was an
about
incident
football
in
here,
dodgeball?
so-
Yeah,
Oh,
Nathan-
you did
Nathan-
football.
It was
Darcy
probably-
Bennett.
It was
Nathan
probably
and
me.
Darcy Bennett.
Wait, what do you
No,
mean?
Pissed off with
Don't
this.
you remember there was a girl that got absolutely
Right,
battered in the
okay,
face with dodgeball?
That
and the
was
whole
probably
incident?
me, right?
Oh,
But
God.
like, just hear me out here.
Nathan and Darcy Bennett. Don't you remember that?
I don't
Was it
remember
that? Was
that.
it really?
I do not
Yeah,
remember
Nathan and
that.
Darcy Bennett. Nathan pelleted the ball straight to her face.
Right.
The whole gang came running.
Let
They
me
came running.
let me make one thing extremely clear, right? This is why you do not
Yeah,
have
this is.
mixed sport teams, because
You're just
guys.
making excuses.
No, we throw and
Isn't it?
kick stuff harder because we
I
are
believe it can
generally
work.
stronger. It
Yeah.
can work with some sports, maybe like tennis or
Well,
golf.
it's about getting the right individuals.
It's a-
as
it
well,
is,
though.
it
You can't
is.
put
Yeah,
someone
definitely.
who hates sport maybe
But I think
against someone who loves it, and it's
you
yeah.
can't expect
Well,
me
exactly.
to go easy on you just because you're female. Like, if we're going on this whole equality thing and you want to be treated equally, alright, I'm going to throw and kick stuff in sports the same as I would to a guy. I'm not going to give you a handicap just because you're a different gender.
Yeah, right, guys.
handicap.
I got another thing that I like about being a boy, and it's just got to be along with. Well, I went with PE first of all, but I've got to say the pressures of society on women and their appearance, I believe, is almost crippling. And being a man, I feel like we don't have this as much. Yeah, being a man, I believe we don't have this as much. And we almost have more freedom when it comes to, I suppose, putting things up online and having to look a certain way. Females have it more intensely shone upon them.
Yeah.
They're more scrutinized, whereas men, you know, they can kind of be themselves a bit more.
I mean,
But men still do come under fire with a lot of other
yeah,
stuff.
it really depends what it is. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, females with makeup.
Yeah.
I'm glad being a man that I don't have.
What about makeup?
you
and
know
looking
what?
nice?
Right.
Yeah, there's
Counter-
no expectation of me to wear makeup. Whereas
Counter-
for females, there sometimes is.
I disagree. I don't expect. Right, personally, I do not expect a female to wear makeup. Personally, I think.
Hey,
I
equality,
think.
Nathan,
I
you gotta
think
do it like
females.
that.
I agree with you.
I think
but I believe
females are
your
more.
expectation isn't aligned with society.
Yeah,
I believe
no,
society,
100%.
there is
Society
an
controls
expectation.
everything, but personally, I think females are way more attractive without makeup. Because why do you, like, 90% of
That's just a
women
personal
don't even
preference.
need makeup and they wear it anyway. And then they
It is
come.
personal preference. I agree though. I prefer. a
It's
woman to
like,
be natural.
why do people have to be so fake? Just, if you're gonna
I
get
mean,
in a.
it's just how
Sometimes
society.
Yeah, I know, but.
sometimes
It hurt
it's,
you at this point.
Sometimes they enjoy doing
It really
it.
hurt you.
No, it's
Yeah.
a very. It's a very interesting
Did
topic.
anyone see the Jesse Nelson?
I did not. I
documentary?
did not.
No.
It was heavily linked
Nelson.
to, well, cancel culture and you know, she'd wear makeup and she'd have to look a certain way due to how the public scrutinized her. And I believe this was heavily for her being a girl, which is why, you know, I'm glad I'm a boy. But she was heavily scrutinized about looking fat and ugly. And
Right.
Damn.
I believe, yeah, she wouldn't have been picked out as much. If that was a boy group, it wouldn't have had the same, you know, comments thrown
Yeah.
at it. Because it was a girl group, and she suffered really bad. I'd recommend watching the documentary, but yeah, you can like from that and having watched it, women definitely have this expectation on them, and it can control their lives, having to look a certain way.
Yeah.
And, you know, meet
Yeah, it's very
society's
true.
expectations. Yeah.
I'll tell you one more amazing thing about being a guy, right? You don't have to worry about people chatting behind your back. Or at least you don't have to the extent that girls do. Because I feel like guys, if you've got a problem with someone, you straight up just say it to them.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
you-
I
you
feel
fully
like
you square up.
there is so much bitching within female friend
Don't ever say that
groups.
again, Alex. Don't ever say that again.
Square
Square
up.
up.
That was such an
Well,
ill.
It's more
You
straight
got
talking,
beef, don't
I
ya?
will be honest.
Yeah, it's very much straight talking.
It's
like,
very
we
much-
are just very honest people.
And I feel like
We'd
guys.
rather it be sorted, no grudge.
Yeah, I feel like guys
And move
much
on.
easily they get over stuff a lot quicker than girls do.
But I believe if you wanna, we can turn this into relationships. Guys are normally the ones that, you know, they'll
Are
have a
causing
quick
the
relationship, I
problems.
believe,
Mm.
or they
Yeah.
lose interest
mean-
compared to women in terms of.
I mean,
personally, I haven't
I'll let you go.
I haven't got much experience.
That was a bit salty. Oof.
Yeah, isn't it? You know, Grace might hear this.
oh.
Wait, what? No,
Oh,
no. Don't bring this
anyway,
in.
anyway, we've been
Um,
talking about lots of deep
Okay,
stuff.
whoa. Before, can I just say, with the idea of females and males, I believe females are more towards the idea of like one relationship, and you stay in that relationship. Wait,
getting worse
is
I
it
mean-
monogamy? Whereas
Monogamy,
men,
Yeah.
it's more,
polygamy.
which is
Polygamy.
Polygamy.
Yeah.
I'm
What
dyslexic.
were you- Okay.
Yeah,
I
Just
mean-
you just had
Yeah.
that part ready, didn't you?
I
Just
mean,
ready.
personally, I mean,
Pulled it out.
I get what you're saying, but personally, I found it the other way around. Now, that's probably because I look like a cross between a
Because
giraffe and a
bitches.
donkey, but I mean,
Outing yourself here. You need to.
Personally, I
If
find
you
it.
hurt yourself, other people can't.
I find
True.
that like 9 out of 10 times when I chat to a girl, they air me, or rather than me airing them.
But when you're in a relationship and it's it's been a thing for a
Yeah, if
substantial
it's a
amount of
long,
time.
good relationship.
I
I
mean,
believe men are built to
different.
To wander. No,
Yeah.
they're built to wander a little bit.
I
They are. I
mean,
believe that's.
You know what?
sort
I'll,
of-
I'll
I've
leave
been-
you three to have this conversation.
I've
'cause I don't
been
have
in,
zero
like-
this
experience
is
at all.
definitely a conversation that we could have another time in a part 2
oh,
relationship.
don't do this to me. I'm just
Yeah.
getting started,
Bro.
man.
Anyway.
how many of Nathan's relationships are we counting as relationships?
Oh, we're
I have, like, 5 proper ones, I'd say, and
Anyway,
a majority of them didn't end out too
we've
well.
been talking about some deep stuff. Let's try and move on
Lighten
from,
it up.
the physical side of a man and women to the mental side of men and women.
Oh,
So,
nice.
oof, getting real deep here.
Getting deep.
I'm doing a very deep voice now.
Wee
to show
woo,
how
deep
the tone
alarm.
has changed.
I am 14 and this is deep.
Are teenage boys our age overlooked a little in terms of mental health talks that are being held in today's society, or do you think we're being properly represented?
I think they're pretty properly represented. It's just like it's upon yourself to use what's out there. To be honest, I mean, I'll be honest. Like the services are the same. Not any one service is different. So it's upon you if you feel like you want and need some help. But I guess there is a stigma behind. Oh, men strong. You don't need no help. But
Yeah, we
I
know.
mean,
Yeah.
I
I
understand.
believe it's very aware though. It's like everyone is aware that men supposedly don't open up as much as females.
Oh
So I
yeah.
believe we are well represented in that respect. Like we're not forgotten about. It's just the image of men is that we don't open up. Whereas I believe myself, I'm confident in opening up about my
Yeah.
mental health issues, but I do not represent
no.
the whole of
I
society
mean,
and other people.
it's
I
like,
do believe it's a problem though.
yeah, it is a problem.
And sorry. Another thing I watched recently was Roman Kemp, and yeah, he's done a nice documentary on this as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Love
it
that
is a huge problem, and especially because it's got facts to back it up that guys have a much higher suicide rate than females. They have a really high suicide rate because
Oh yeah, isn't it like men
I-
aged 20 to 30
Yeah.
are like the highest?
the
suicide
highest,
rate?
percentage of people to kill themselves, and
And I
that,
think it's men under 25. Isn't
Yeah,
it? That's the
yeah.
leading cause of death.
Yeah.
and it's like
Mhm.
it's really depressing. But
Morbid.
I feel it is a bit of a morbid topic, but I feel like it would be rude not to talk about it because it is
Yeah.
such a difficult thing pushed on to men by
Come back to me.
the media.
But also, you also have to put in perspective. Like, if you know you need help, then surely, I would think that you would put aside your pride and look
No.
after yourself before you
Yeah.
before you can find. I mean, I don't know. That's what
I understand.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm clearly wrong because
Mental health,
that's
it's not
the-
always
that-
rational thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was
gonna
gonna
say.
say.
themselves, but I would think that most people would rather put themselves before others. But you know
I
what?
mean,
It's-
Yeah, you are right, but I mean, I feel like the big problem with it is, I mean, and this is personally because I've had a couple of dark times, and personally for me, my problem wasn't the fact that I felt like society had pushed upon me the fact that I had to keep to myself because I was a man. It was just because I didn't actually think I really had an issue. I took into consideration, the symptoms of it and what other people were feeling, and I didn't feel like it was that much of an issue. But my mistake was that I was using online statistics. When you actually talk to someone else that is going through the same stuff as you then start to realize that it isn't just like a small problem, you know?
I know. I shouldn't
Yeah,
be
you're not
finding this
alone.
funny, but it's just the fact that I can imagine you sitting at your laptop looking at stats, like, I'm not that depressed. That's the funny thing.
No, but that's the
Sorry.
problem.
I know
The
it.
fact you're
You
not
need a source of
Yeah.
information from somewhere, to be fair.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But often it's better to get it in person.
Yeah,
opposed to
100%.
online, just because you get it put into a perspective.
Yeah.
Rather than online, you then interpret that. Whereas if someone tells it to you, they can, I guess, dampen any worries you have related.
Yeah. I mean, even if you do get help though, like
Sorry.
the help in the UK for depression is so crap. It is awful because you have to be a certain amount of depressed to you have to pass. Honestly, you have to do a test from the NHS. The NHS supply you a test, and depending on how depressed you are from that test, they give you help or not.
No, I think that's kind of fair, especially because the NHS just has very limited resources. They
Yeah.
can't help everybody.
That's giving
For
the
kids,
same
it's
energy.
better than adults.
Yeah.
That's giving off the same energy as the am I gay test. You click all the straight answers.
I don't want to come out as gay. Just click all the straight answers.
Like, honestly,
I would never
like,
be exposed.
Am I depressed? Hell yeah. Am I just feeling a bit down? Hell yeah. I'm like, what? It's a bit. You know what?
I
not
do
really.
feel like if you are depressed and you want help, you will help yourself. Whether
Yeah.
you are a man or a woman. If you truly want help and you go look for the help, 9 times out of 10 you will find it. Even if
Also,
it's just from people that you just talk to people that you know and care about you.
another thing
So I don't
I'd
think
like.
It's
like
about
stigma.
communicating. That's
Yeah,
how you
yeah,
escape. You need
yeah,
to escape a
100%.
bubble, essentially, and to communicate, you're piercing holes in that bubble so that you can eventually escape.
Yeah, and related to that, what I was gonna say was that there's been studies done. There was this one study done, and it was this female who decided to transition into a guy and had transgender surgery. And essentially, they were talking about the differences in their life because they suffered from depression. And they were talking about the differences in the help they were receiving when they were a female and when they were a male. And they were talking about, and I think this is one of the big problems when it comes to depression in males. The difference is, with females, you tend to get lots of big friend groups that are all quite close, and they will talk frequently, and they open up frequently. And with guys, what you get is they still have the friends, but they don't necessarily talk as much or check up on each other as much as a girl typically would. And guys can generally get on with their life without having those connections. They can just get on with work or whatever and not really think about it. And
Guys don't have the conversations that
Yeah.
are essentially
think-
needed a lot.
I think that it's not really that, but I think guys and girls deal with depression and like anxiety in different ways.
yeah,
Like, I think-
definitely.
I mean, I'm just generalizing here a little bit. There's obviously special cases where it's the other way around. But I feel like girls, they like to talk about their feelings a lot.
Yeah,
Some guys like to talk a lot. Some girls like to talk a lot about it. They like to talk to everybody about their feelings.
yeah,
They're just open. They feel like a problem shared is a problem halved.
yeah,
Some guys have that one friend they talk to everything of,
yeah,
and that is the person that they can find in. And then other guys use other mechanisms to cope with things. Gaming,
Yeah.
music,
oh, gaming.
relationships. Gaming was too
Gaming.
You need
Oh.
an outlet. You do need
Yeah, I
an
You
feel like
outlet.
do.
game's an outlet. I feel like not every guy benefits from the traditional
Yeah,
therapy that
yeah,
the government is
Yeah.
giving out. And it's the fact that the government can't facilitate everyone's wants and needs and the way that they cope and how they
it works
deal
for
with
them.
things. Yeah, it's kind of like the educational system. Like, not everyone learns in the same way, but the government can't facilitate that. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
you taking the initiative to find out what works for you and use that to better yourself.
yeah,
It's personalized medicine and
Yeah.
almost self-help. I would say self-help is very important because it's
Definitely.
not just a therapist who's giving you stuff to do. Someone who's like a self-help like practitioner or self-help counselor. I don't know if you can put those two together, but someone who is a self-help mental helper,
Mental
I
guy.
guess.
Mental
Yes.
helper.
yeah. Mental
I
helper.
suppose they're helping you with your mental health. they take the situation you have, which is obviously personal to you, and they give you suggestions, and it's up to you whether you take them. It's a lot better than just being given information.
Yeah.
Personalized medicine, personalized information is always, I believe, better.
I also feel like lockdown. I feel like lockdown has helped a lot with people finding themselves and finding what works for them, because obviously being stuck at home for a year is mentally taxing.
Oh,
Like I don't know for you guys, but for me, I have gone through a roller coaster of emotions the last year and a half.
oh God.
I've had my ups,
yeah.
I've had my downs, and I've found ways for me to help myself feel better without like the conditional therapy. I've been doing a lot of anime watching, a lot of gaming, and a lot of just, I think, socializing. I like socializing. I may tell my friends I hate them a lot, and like I just shut out sometimes. But like I feel like socializing is just a great medicine for me personally.
Yeah.
And lockdown has helped me realize that, which is good and bad, because COVID, stuck at home, people are dying, but also good that I've been able to find myself a little bit more, to just better myself and better my life, which is great. It's better for me to find out now than to me to find out when I'm like 25, 30, made horrible life decisions and I can't like take it back.
I think another thing.
We've almost had this pause, which has, allowed us to recover, to find ourselves, and
exactly.
It's definitely a good. It's almost as well. We're all becoming adults now. It's almost a good little break before we transition into adulthood and face all the problems.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but at the same time, I completely agree with what you're saying. But at the same time, it's like, it's these stages of our lives, especially for our age group, like 16, 17, 18. It's that sort of age group in our lives where you start making those connections that essentially go on to change like what you end up doing. Like, and a lot of those interactions that people would normally have, they aren't having due to COVID, and it will probably result in a lot of people coming out of this lockdown with a lot of social problems, because people aren't having that social interaction which would build that up.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely it's definitely two sides of a
two-way
coin.
street.
Sorry, I don't know if we want to continue, but I've got a topic to do with. I had a topic which is to do with men taking on responsibilities and being the man of the house.
Yeah.
I suppose this can relate to things we've already mentioned, but do you believe that men need to take responsibility and be the bread owner in a house, or do you believe that do you believe that is still a thing that many men have?
For me as a person, I whether I'm a man or a woman, me as a person, I am an independent person. I like to do things by myself. I like to have things. I don't like many things being done for me. I like going out, doing those things, because I like control. So if I have to be the breadwinner to have control, by all means, I'll do it. Because that's just how I am as a person.
Yourself, essentially.
I do it for myself. I don't do it because society wants me to do it.
From my personal experience, using my parents as an example, my dad brings in most of the income, but my mum will still hold down jobs. And my mum, if she could, she would work 24/7 and she would bring in the extra income, because who doesn't like working and making money? Everyone likes having that bit of money for themselves. But
like a hobby.
you need a independent. You need your.
I don't. You need your independent thing. Yeah, you need your own life goals, and it really depends on the person, because some people want to be a stay-at-home mum or dad, and in those situations, if they want to do that, then the other parent becomes the breadwinner. And I feel like that has become more acceptable. I definitely think we've moved to a stage now where if you want to be a stay-at-home dad, or if you want to be a mum and be the breadwinner, that's completely acceptable. And I think that's a really good thing, because it means that you're able to become more fulfilled with your life. You're able to go out and achieve those life goals, which give you that fulfillment.
Yeah, I hope we become, adults, and we are adults, but when we become parents and stuff, okay.
Michael isn't.
Some of us
Hey,
are adults.
17.
17.
Some of us are adults, okay.
Some of us.
But when we
yes.
become parents, I'm hoping that times will have changed and people will have transitioned and moved with the times for bread owners to not have to be male, and they don't feel that they are, following that
Hey, Finn wants to be a stay-at-home dad. Yeah, I guess.
No, no,
Hashtag Finn stay-at-home dad.
You know
2020,
what?
guys.
You know what?
Yeah, I guess.
I would love to be a stay-at-home dad. I would
just
love
sounds
to
good.
do
I
that.
I mean, I don't know if I would like to be stuck indoors.
No, but
She literally wanted to shoot herself.
the thing is,
I need new experiences. That's me.
the thing is, because I want to go on to do games design, and that's something I can really easily do from my house. So if I could,
is that stay-at-home dad or is that just working from
Right.
home? Because those are two
From
different
home.
things.
I mean,
That's kinda
but
like working from
if you
home.
can incorporate those, then you can, who knows? I mean, I'm not talking about having children for years, mate. I'm not. Oh Christ, no. I'm only 17.
Jesus.
That's like
Children.
Christ. I'm not. No.
You'll end up being those dads who
Yeah.
has like a 5-year-old and he's
Like-
like 50.
I personally, I really want to be a parent because I just want to give someone the opportunities that I never really had as a child, especially because
were you neglected?
Well,
Nathan? Tell.
bringing
Let's hear the basic
enlighten
white
us.
male talk
Well-
about his missed opportunities.
Well, me growing up in a household that, I mean, my parents only earn what is necessary for us to essentially live off of, and, we're able to buy some nice things occasionally. Like, my dad does like to spoil me. He may have more money coming out than he does going in, but personally, that's what he likes doing. But, I mean, as a family, we don't really go on holidays. We don't really go anywhere expensive. Instead of doing stuff like that, we do like a staycation, or we're just, we'd try and make the most of us being together as a family, and that's nice. But as a parent, I would want to be able to go on holidays with my family, and I would want to be able to sort of just give them the things that I wanted as a child, and just be able to.
Nathan,
Yeah.
do you believe from your past experience that it's driven you to want to earn money? Do you believe that now you have a drive to earn money?
At this moment in time, I don't have a want to earn money. If I need money, I can just luckily for me, my dad's self-employed, so I can go and work for my dad, work for him for a day, and get an easy 50 quid if I need money. I'm very fortunate in that. A lot of people don't have that same they don't have the same availability as I do. I'm very fortunate for that. But personally, at the minute, I'm not too fussed with money, and I feel like once I've finished uni, I won't necessarily come straight out of uni and try and get the first job that pays out the best. I will come out of uni and go, what do I want to do?
Yeah, you gotta put your interests first.
Exactly. I would never put money before anything. That's not.
Money, yeah. Oh,
Money
should
can-
never be put before
No,
anything. Is my
exactly,
belief, because
exactly.
you earn money to enhance your life. So you need
Precisely.
the life behind it
But
to then enhance it.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I won't.
One
like,
thing-
you leave uni to apply to a job you've had a degree in. So surely money would be a factor in it. You're all applying to the same thing technically.
I'm only applying to uni because I haven't got the skills that I need in order to become a games development designer. Like, I don't, because my college course was a games design course, we never actually did any of the games design stuff because our games design teacher left early on. So I never learned any of the coding. I never learned any of the. I learned a bit of graphical design.
That's giving me real Mr. Alohi vibes. He kind of dipped like
So-
virtually.
For me, the reason I want to go to uni is because, first of all, I want to get some of that uni experience. I want to build up some of that independence, and I also want to learn those skills that I need in order to just get a job in games design. Money isn't a factor for me. It's the experience and it's what I'm getting out of it. But that's
Yeah, I
another
have to
topic
say,
completely.
Independence is very important. One thing that I've been told, and I agree with this, and it's like this is essentially like for you to stay at like an optimum performance or optimum level of, I guess, mental state.
Yeah.
There's some things that you sort of need. You kind of see it as a soup, essentially. The 3 things that you need each day to have like your best day, essentially.
Yeah.
And you need closeness, which I guess socializing in one way, shape, or form. It could be virtually, could be in person.
Yeah.
You need achievement, which you will likely get from having to be independent. So you have to be both independent and socialize. And then the third one is enjoyment, and you have to take the time for yourself so that you can have a break from achieving.
Didn't you sound like a life guru here?
I know,
love it.
right?
Yeah, I've picked up a few things
You have.
along the way. But yeah, I've just got to say, like, independence is very important because that's where you can achieve. Yeah, I guess a thing that we can move on to is like introverts and extroverts. And do men fit? Are men typically more of an introvert or extrovert? And in a family, do men end up being introverts or extroverts? Anyone's opinions on that?
I think that just depends on who you are as a person. Obviously, it depends on your background. If you are brought up in a very extroverted, loud, bubbly background, you tend to be more extroverted.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I
But I
suppose
feel like I
your
think it's just how we
environment-
develop as people in our surroundings and our environments. Yeah. But I
Yeah.
feel like your inner person, your inner thoughts and feelings, they do come out, and whether you become introverted or extroverted from that is completely up to you.
Yeah.
But I feel like environment does have a
Oh,
take on it.
massive intake. Yeah.
So, do we think that boys always have to make the first move in a relationship?
No.
Nathan is no. Michael, Finn, what do you think?
Do
Obviously
boys
not, but like
no, but it is an expectation.
Nice.
Yes.
I feel like it's an expectation brought upon by society.
I
But-
believe the done thing is yes, boys make the first move. and in
Generally,
the same way,
yeah.
boys pay for the first meal.
Oh yeah.
I'm asking,
No,
I'm asking on a
that's-
personal
I
status.
mean-
Like, if a girl came up to you and asked you out
once
right
again-
now, would you feel ashamed by that, or
No.
would you be
There is.
overjoyed?
I'm
I
sorry.
wouldn't be
No.
ashamed.
You know-
I'd be.
I'm desperate, man. I'll
yeah,
take what I can get.
no, it's not even that. No,
No, I'm kidding.
no, that's attractive. That someone has a confidence
Yeah.
come up to you and be like, break society, not be like, you know what, I like you.
I
But to be honest,
feel.
I can't really help you. I don't have the experience for this sort of conversation. You three just have a bit of a relationship chat once again, because you know.
I feel like as a guy that
Right.
is generally quite to himself, especially with relationships. Like I
Oh my
never.
god, Nathan spent a lot of money on first meals. I just clocked that.
Oh,
The
hell
amount of
yeah.
relationships he's been in,
Half
he
my
spent like
money.
50
All the money
50
this
quid on
week is
dinner.
insane.
Right.
I mean,
Oh.
from my experience, I've always made the first move, and
Same.
it's just.
I've had experiences where a girl has made the first move.
I feel like it's
I
relieving.
wouldn't s- I say I take me personally. I'm like I take it as it is. Like,
Yeah.
And I see, as Michael said, breaking societal norms. I feel anyone that is authentic, and that is essentially what you are when you break the normalities of society. If you break those, there is an attractive side to doing that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
100%. I mean, if you, again, I'm quite introvert. I don't like making first moves because I have the social skills of a dead fish. But I would feel 100% more comfortable with a woman making the first move. It wouldn't bother me at all, honestly.
You wouldn't feel
I wouldn't feel
demasculated or-
demasculated.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't. If someone is seriously gonna throw a fit about being asked out by a girl, they need to be neutered and just sent to somewhere
But
where
they-
they can never
that's
have a
the
human
thing, though.
interaction.
That's where it comes back to the mental health and men feeling they
Yeah,
need
feel
to
like
make
they
the
have
first
to.
move.
Mm.
It's them. They need to do it. If they don't do it, they are,
I
they're not
personally,
masculine.
I've
That's a big cause for loads of mental health, I believe. Anyways.
I've never come across an experience where someone has felt like they need to make the first move. And I don't know if that's because I haven't had the unfortunate experience of experiencing that, but I mean,
Experienced way too many times.
I know.
sometimes.
I mean,
Anyway.
I don't. It's a difficult thing, because
It's weird because for me, I have always had to make the first move, whether I wanted to or not. I don't know if it's a societal thing saying that men should always make the first move, or women just not wanting to do it themselves at all. I feel like not all women, but I feel like some women are just like, if a man doesn't make the first move, then I'm not gonna bother to do anything.
Yeah.
because
problem
they should be
is-
doing it.
Yeah, women don't. They are waiting on a man to do it, so they expect the man to
Exactly.
do it. Then, like, you are stuck in a situation where you like Alex, you've said you need to make the move because they are following societal norms and what they've
Yeah,
seen maybe
yeah.
from friends and stuff, that the boys usually make the first move.
like,
And it's
yeah.
because like if a woman made the first move onto me, I'm done. Like yes, 100%. I
yeah.
would love that. It is just
Winning.
it's the most attractive thing ever when a woman makes the first
It's-
move in terms of
It's just the
anything.
confidence. It's if you have
Yeah.
the confidence.
Confidence is attractive. Come on.
Yeah.
Very
Like,
attractive.
like if you can come up to me and be like, "I like you. You're cool. Let's go out." That you're being confident, and that is generally a thing that guys like. I feel.
Yeah, it's a turn on. It's a
It
never turn
is.
off.
It's like
Never.
because it's not just the confidence. Because by being confident, you're showing that you have a general appeal to someone. Like I feel like if a woman was to make the first move, it would generally say that they really like you and that
Yeah.
they're less interested in other people.
But could the whole scenario of a relationship be flipped, where the man is then in control? Whereas normally, if a man's going to ask a woman, the female's in control. She can decide what she wants to do. Will men manipulate women? I don't. Not to say women manipulate men, but I
Oh,
don't think I
it's a
can
bit-
phrase this
no,
right. This isn't.
It's
Yeah.
I feel like women do have a lot
there's
of
a little
power
bit
when
of
it
pickle.
comes to like asking when someone asks them out. When a guy asks them out,
believe-
I feel like women like having that. Ooh,
Yeah.
I feel like
I believe
some women
maybe-
like
oh,
having
this
that power.
They just like having
I
the
want to recover
attention.
myself. I want to recover myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go on,
you
Finn.
wanna
Go
recover.
for it. Go for it.
On Tinder, this is my example to clear the air. On Tinder, females generally, this is a generalization, they get swipe rights a lot. So females have the playing field. They can choose
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
multiple men, whereas men often will only have or will have a fewer number of options compared to a female. Whereas if the females are asking the men, surely the men would then have more options and they have
Definitely.
a better chance of being able to manipulate.
If you
Women
don't
do
look
not
like
manipulate. I'm making that clear as well.
if you don't look like a young Leonardo DiCaprio, you ain't getting a lot of swipe rights.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's...
say like that.
So, but if female are asking, surely that dynamic is going to be
See,
flipped a bit. I
this is the biggest flaw in my opinion with online dating, right? Because all of online dating is based off physical appearance, right? You cannot persuade
For
me
sure, for
otherwise.
sure.
That is just fact. Because you're not telling me that if a guy sits down and writes a long ass bio that a woman is going to look through it. And
Yeah,
that's not
What's your opinion on appearance to personality?
Like,
what are your percentages?
right.
Like
Personally,
50-50.
honestly, it's a difficult thing because
Nah, I think it should be 50-50.
It's like 50-50 because
Right,
if you don't
It
like the
has
look
to
of
be
someone,
like you can't talk to them
gonna
and
get
think
it on,
they're-
are you?
Yeah, exactly. Like you have to have a good chat. You have to have good personality. If you're boring, I can't talk to you.
So what's
But if we're
everyone's
going
percentages?
out, if we're going
50-50.
out, you need to look good. I'm not gonna lie. I will look good.
Nah.
You have to look good. I feel like
Honestly,
you have to match it.
I would
Right, so
say
percentages, Michael's 50-50, Alex is 50-50.
I would say
Nathan-
I'm 25-75, as in 25 looks, 75 personality, because I feel
I
like
would say, alright, no.
I feel like as long as you have the personality to carry a relationship, it doesn't really matter. Like, if you like
But if
someone,
don't
you
if
like
you don't
someone.
their
I don't think whether you like someone should be solely based upon their appearance.
Oh, but it's not though.
No,
Oh, wait,
I
wait,
know
to be
that.
fair-
What's your
to be-
percentage?
To be fair,
For mine,
to be fair,
I'm
science
coming in with
science said otherwise.
I would say 60-40 or 70-30
Which-
looks to personality.
Yeah.
That's
Purely
fair.
because
That's fair.
you have to not that
70-30.
I choose a woman for their looks, but you will not begin speaking to someone online, an example, or in person, to be honest, unless you are attracted to them. So how you can put
Yeah.
personality above,
True.
I mean,
unless you already know the person,
yeah.
you can't really
Yeah.
put personality above. But yeah, personality. if
think-
you put
I think,
personality,
you
you
know,
can go places.
I think it's a thing where you can't
please.
really put numbers into it, because it's like, it's personally what you find attractive in a person. Like, you might find someone attractive if they have really nice eyes, or you might find someone really attractive if they have a really nice sense of humor. Like, the fact is that personality and look can be broken down into so many little things that you personally like and dislike.
To be fair, I don't think it should. One thing is, I don't think features of a person should necessarily be fixated on too much.
No.
Because at the end of the day, all you got to do is enjoy that person and their company. That is,
See,
view them as a whole,
What-
and if you enjoy them, that's what
The
matters. at the end of
reason-
day. You're not doing
reason-
anything
That's-
wrong.
the reason
That's
I
true.
don't really put looks up very high is mainly because of the way society determines what good looking is. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know if that makes sense,
you
but
have your
is
bulk, you have your
strange.
standard.
Yeah,
model.
you have your-
Challenge the status
Right now.
quo.
you have your
Yeah.
own standards, and you know, like, I feel like society's standard of what good looking is orange.
It's
Like,
unrealistic.
yeah,
Those
it's
people that abide by society standards.
It's black
don't
and white.
actually Feel
yeah, it's
they
not.
probably don't even feel, sexy.
Yeah.
all the
It's
rest of it.
I don't know. It's a
Wait,
really
okay.
difficult
They're
thing.
just following the society standards. They don't actually believe maybe in themselves that they're even what society is saying that they are. It's just
Yeah.
toxic. I believe.
Yeah.
What I believe, going back to the looks versus personalities thing, personally, I think, looks, attraction, physical attraction, it's basically what it says.
Yeah.
Like, if so, attraction, it attracts you to them, but I feel like the personality keeps you there. Like, you know
Yeah,
the saying, you know the saying, like, you stay for the look. You come
come
in
for
for
the
the look.
looks, you stay for the
You
personality.
stay for the personality. That's what I think it should be like.
Facts.
No.
Relationship guru.
You know, I would disagree with you.
Because
No,
Because
hear me
even
out.
If you no, but no, wait,
Right,
wait.
yeah,
But
go,
even if
you go,
talk to
go.
someone,
Yeah.
even if you talk to someone and they have the best chat, and you get married, and you want to fuck that person, and they don't look good, you're not
Right.
gonna fuck them well.
Right.
Whoa.
Right.
Bomb.
We jumped the proper
I'm not
chapter
kidding.
there.
But just not in terms of sex. But I'm
Yeah, I
thinking of, like,
understand.
if you go out with them and you like can't look at them,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
I understand
Whether-
what you
Yeah.
mean. However, this is another thing that comes down to your personal preferences. And for each person, that will be different. And another thing with that is that I don't think your attraction for someone, your first attraction for someone, you shouldn't. I understand why the first attraction to someone is their looks, because it's the first thing you see. But I
Yeah.
feel like before you actually decide whether you are actually attracted to someone, you should really sort of get to know them properly and
But let's be
sort of
honest, Nathan, if you see
evaluate
someone-
them.
But like Nathan, let's be honest. If you see someone, you thought, yeah, I'm not bothering my time. What's the point?
Right, right.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but there is a difference. It's difficult because our standards are all different.
No, but it's like if
Everyone's
you
different,
see
yeah.
someone on the street or in a bar or anything, and you
Yeah.
see they look all right, you're like,
Yeah,
oh, they
yeah.
look nice. You go approach
I'll
them
go
and
talk to them. Yeah.
and then the personality will just elevate the looks, and I think they're kind of like intertwined. The looks will elevate the personality. The
But
personality will elevate the looks.
yeah,
They will kind of
yeah.
work together in a way.
Yeah, I
But
feel
I feel
like that can be work either way though. You could think someone doesn't really look that good, and then get to know them, and then their personality could
Yeah,
make
but
them
then
look
Nathan,
better.
if you're at a bar, you don't know this person.
No,
you
yeah.
Think, oh, yeah, and you think, yeah, like, would you think,
Would you
oh,
talk
would
to
you give,
them?
yeah, would you give everyone in the bar a try then?
yeah.
Just
Would
test
you
the
give
waters,
everyone in the bar a shot? Like, come on, if they look like a proper
Personally, I don't have the time.
druggie.
Right.
If
Of course,
Nathan.
I do have standards, right?
no,
So
but
of course I'm not
that's
gonna
the-
chat everyone up
that's the
at the bar.
difference.
That's
That's
what you
pretty
said.
much the same.
You're saying that everybody has. That's even assume that everyone has a personality. You know how most people are dry as fuck. They're drier than white people
Yeah,
chicken.
yeah,
Honestly.
100%.
So honestly,
People that are dry though, do they follow society? And that's why they're so dry that they just
yeah.
yeah.
People
Oh
who are
god,
dry.
the
Right.
amount
Is there a
They're just
correlation
dry.
here?
the
Let me
amount
tell you,
of conversations I
people
have
who are dry-
carried. Oh,
No, people who are dry.
Oh my gosh.
literally have grey bedrooms. The grey bears with a little bit of a one of those padded little headboards.
So you know,
Oh, God.
we generalize them,
you
but
know,
it could be true.
we ain't generalizing shit. We're just stating facts.
Wait, okay, so guys,
Um,
going back to like we were talking about relationships before. Do you think that it's really bad that society expects a guy to carry a conversation?
oh yeah, I hate it.
Really?
I
I don't think that's
I
the case.
feel like I have to carry
no,
conversations.
I always
sometimes.
feel like
You carry
sometimes
Lisa's conversation on your shoulders. Lisa does not bring in the spice.
no.
Okay. I love Lisa, but sometimes she's dry.
It depends, right? It
Sometimes,
really
sometimes.
depends on the context of the situation. I generally find that if you're just having a conversation with someone over social media or text, that is 100% gonna die in a week, right?
Oh yeah.
But
Phone calls,
phone
over
calls,
texting.
FaceTime, talking
I'm
to
a
someone in
proponent.
person is a completely different experience to just chatting to someone. Because just chatting to someone
Definitely,
is so dry. It's always dry. And people that think that
I
they're
mean,
just
it
going to
depe-
get into a
no,
relationship by just
depends.
talking to someone
It
is
depends.
wrong.
It
bet-
depends on the two people though, and I'm not
I
saying
guess
It's true.
so.
I've
I'm
had
kind of-
some
I'm
conversations
kind of
with
a-
It
people that last
depends.
for
It depends
weeks.
on your
You can't
energy.
even lie. You can tell them when you text, like, I do give you some. I'm a great texter. I add some spice into that conversation if I don't say so myself.
I mean,
But
Yeah, wait. Can I say something quick?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
I heard something the other day, something else. And it's like texting it's a limited form of conversation, and a good way to put it is, you know how you have processed food.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good for you. It's bad for your health. When you're texting, it's processed through social media. A person does not get, they don't get expressions or anything else with it. You can use emojis, but it can still be taken the wrong way. The information you get from a text is processed information that's bad for your mental health because you can take it the wrong way and it can have an effect on you.
Yeah.
So I would just say,
I mean, let's be honest.
in
What we're
person
gonna
is
do? Write
easier.
some letters.
No, it's true,
Right.
but like,
That's my
if
letters,
you
guys.
can,
I mean, I think I'll be honest. Stuff like that, take with a pinch of salt. It's like, so be it.
It's
Really,
true,
at this
yeah,
point,
Even
yeah.
just
there's nothing else you
sending
can
voice
change.
notes. Even just voice
No.
notes is better than texting.
I'm not.
No,
I'm
voice
I'm
notes
not
are
I'm
nice.
not
I
listening
like
to
a good
that.
voice note.
Voice
No,
notes
I
are
am not listening to
amazing.
that.
It's very
have to weigh up-
situational though.
you have to
They
weigh
are the
up
most shittest thing.
conveniency with practicality.
They are
I
the most-
guess.
half of the time they don't load. It what I need them to
That's
do
just
is
your
I need a little,
Wi-Fi,
like,
mate.
drag icon.
Your Wi-Fi is crap.
I need a little drag icon because honestly, some people's voices are too long. One voice that I ever heard was 5 fucking minutes long.
Okay, yeah, no. When
Five
it's
times of my
That's
time.
long.
when it's
yeah.
long, don't do a voice message. But if you're just casually having a convo, the voice messages
Yeah,
they
voice
can
messages are
completely
nice.
change it because it
Yeah,
adds
that's a new
another
dynamic.
depth. Yeah.
I think
I'm a
that
phone
if
call
you send
man,
me
though.
if you send me ew.
That was rude.
No, that's
I'll
rude.
text
Say
on.
that.
I'll text on the occasional, but no, I prefer phone
Not
calls.
the occasional. No.
No, but it's
way am I
because-
giving you a phone call.
No,
Imagine
but
you're
it's
sitting
just
there with a
because
person you don't know. Hi.
yeah, but that's where you then continue a conversation.
Oh gosh. Well,
Oh,
this is
well.
this has been very interesting, guys. I feel we've had like some really good, deep but funny chats about the secret life. It's like the secret life of pets, but the secret life of a male.
Yeah.
So imagine,
No,
yeah. So who's the cat?
no.
Nathan's the cat.
The
But
cat.
anyway, it's been,
Bruh.
I feel like we've had a really good talk about what it's
Yeah.
like to be a guy, the ins and outs, what we deal with, what we have to go through, and some things that aren't really spoken about much in society, in normal conversation. And I feel like we should really have these conversations more in life. Just, equality. Hashtag 2021 equality.
Yeah.
Everyone matters.
Everyone does
anyway,
matter.
Thank you guys for being here for this
Yeah.
podcast. Thanks, Finn. Thanks, Michael. Thank you, Nathan, as always.
It's
Yes,
fine.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was great.
It was a good
Obviously,
little sesh.
I feel like we should do it again sometime.
Oh,
and we just had
100%.
some
But I
great
think-
I
fun.
agree.
As a group, we have some very interesting opinions, and
Yeah,
I feel like
the
we
dynamic.
we bounce off of each other quite well because we all
You know.
have different points of views. Some of us agree with each other,
It is
some of
still
us
going to be in
don't.
the podcast, so it is a little bad.
No, this is a summary. It's just a
Summer,
Oh,
you don't have to carry
ending
the
remarks.
conversation.
Ending remarks. You
So,
know,
guys, thank you once
Silence.
again.
it's fine. It's fine.
Thanks once
We
again.
won't
Oh.
comment on that, boys.
We won't. We will not. Anyway, thanks
We won't
again.
comment
If
on
you
that.
enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn
Like
on
and
post
subscribe.
notifications.
Hey.
Like and subscribe, guys. Anyway, if you got this far into the video, what should we get them to type? No one ever does it. It's
Alan.
sad. Type Alan into the chat. 'cause
Alan.
Alan
Alan.
likes using hand cream.
Finn likes using- oh, that has many connotations.
Woo.
Anyway,
Keep it
thanks-
PG, please.
thanks guys. No, this is
Mr.
definitely
Patel's kinda
18
hot.
plus.
Oh
Mr. Patel
god.
is hot. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's just end it. End it. It's going
Right,
somewhere I
thanks,
don't
guys.
like.
Thanks for being here.
Mr.
Write
Patel.
whatever you want in the comment
I don't
section
agree
down
with this
below,
Mr. Patel
Like and
comment. I'm
subscribe.
just gonna put that out there.
So,
and we will see you again soon.